Okay, so my question for you is, what do you think Sasquatch is?
Ooh.
What do I think Sasquatch is? Uh, I think, and this is just, I think Sasquatch is a version or a branch of evolution, not necessarily us, but close enough to us that's why they say all this DNA that they said, oh, it's the DNA was contaminated with human DNA because they're so close, but yet they went in a total different direction from us. One, I think they have evolved to live off the land in cold, harsh environments, mountainous environments to go further in. So therefore, they've got to be bigger, stronger, able to live in that. So do I think it's an ape? No, I don't think it's an ape at all.
Have
Everybody's
you
like,
heard of?
oh, it's Gigantopithecus. I don't believe that. I think it is another form of hominids, humanoid, just not us, for lack of better words.
Do you believe that they could or could not be associated with the UFO alien paranormal?
Here we go again.
All right, on that.
He did.
I've heard that they used to be, that they were seeded here by an alien race and they were used to be as a workforce. I've heard all of this. I don't know. I know there's been a lot of correlations to, well, I seen Sasquatch and there was this unidentified object and a beam of light and he comes walking out of it and he's a watcher of the forest. Could they be? Yeah. I mean, because until this happened or until I started seeing all this, I wouldn't have believed there was a bipedal creature walking around in the woods of America that no one's acknowledging, but yet you can't deny it with all the proof that's out there. So to rule out that possibility would be almost closed-minded. But do I think it's highly likely? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 100%. I give it maybe a 10 or 15% that I buy into it. I don't think they are the kind Yogi Bear, Smokey the Bear. I think like human beings, you've got different sex. When I say sex, I mean different groups, types.
Right.
And I think from what I've researched, what I've read, what I've heard, that certain, for lack of better words, clans of Bigfoot are more aggressive and are more anti-interacting with humans. And just like I've heard that there's some that are really intrigued by us and are really interested and aren't aggressive to the point that you have to worry. I've heard that the black-haired ones are really, really nasty individuals. I don't know this. I heard that the red-haired or brown ones are a little bit more congenial, a little bit more curious, not in a dangerous way.
So you're comparing that with animalistic nature according to like its environment or being like predator or just the nature because this is not just totally animal and it does have humanistic like.
I'm saying that based on the fact that human beings throughout history, when they don't understand something, the first thing they want to do is shoot first and ask questions later. So anyone that was to come across any type of creature like this, if they're not open-minded, they're going to be aggressive and they're going to destroy it because they don't understand it. And I think they have come to realize, okay, these people can be dangerous to our kind in the sense that they have guns, they have all this technology. I mean, I had game cams everywhere, never caught nothing. I think they're hip to the game of infrared, game cams, motion detector.
I think they know or sense just in general that humans are really bad.
But I also think there are
just
some
not
that
good.
is like, yeah, but we're so close. We're just really curious to what's going on that side of the evolutionary tree, for lack of better words. So every creature, be it us, them turkeys y'all saw, my chickens, deer, every creature has survival instincts. Domesticated dogs have survival instincts. They're going to do what they have to do to protect themselves and theirs. These creatures are no different. What makes these creatures so, for lack of better words, dangerous is you take something that's 9 feet tall that weighs 800 pounds and has got the muscle structure of a Mack truck, and then give it thinking capacity, rationalizing abilities, and the ability to identify danger or not, they could hurt you. You know, I'm 6'6", 300 pounds. You know, some guy that's 5'2", unless it's Bruce Lee, come up and slap me, he's probably gonna have a problem. You know, because I ain't gonna cotton them too well to that. So I mean, you have to give them some human trait quality credit, because they're there and they've survived this long without any of these conveniences that we're sitting in here, and are probably better off than we are as a race. They just have to avoid us.
So do you think they get their height because they eat better and they have better oxygen and they're not subject to our corporation foods that stunt growth, etc.?
Yes, and no, I think they get their height because they have to be. If you're going to live out
It's in
there,
their DNA.
yes, because if you're going to live out there, you're going to have to be the biggest, baddest thing living out there, or you're going to be food. That's just survival instincts 101. But I also think because they're not eating all this processed food, you noticed all of our canned food when you got here. I ain't got to tell y'all what's being done to the food. That's why we can all our. We grow as much as we can. We don't buy boxed food, you know, because of all the processing and the chemicals and stuff. So do I think it's stunning it? Possibly. I mean, God knows they put all kinds of crap in the food.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, these creatures are just like us. When I was in the military, I traveled to different countries, and those people were just like us. They just want to live their lives and be left alone. But humans have a habitual nature that when I see something that I don't understand, I'm not going to change my way. I'm going to make it conform to me. And